everyone. Thanks for coming to Painted By. Today we have a special guest.
Hi.
Hey, what's your name?
Cleo.
Cleo's back. We're so excited. Cleo, tell us how old you are.
I'm 7.
7. She's 7 and she's going to paint with us today. So let's tape down our papers. Before we start, if you guys could subscribe to the channel so that we can continue making these free tutorials for you. And today we are going to paint birth flowers. This is a carnation.
And it's in January.
January. Is anyone here born in January? If you are, this is your birth flower. So the birth flowers for January are carnations, which this is a painting of, and then also a snowdrop, but we chose to do this one today. All right, Cleo, when's your birthday?
March 30th.
March 30th, but we're doing January today. All right, so we have the colors that we are doing today, green and pink with a teensy bit of yellow. And then we also have green and pink colored pencils to do some accent drawings after the paint is dry. And our paintbrushes, I'll put the supply list here for you on the screen. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okay, grab a paintbrush. I also have a scratch paper if we want to practice doing any of our petals or stems, okay? All right, first we're going to look at our paper. And our biggest flower right here is kind of in the middle, a little bit higher, okay? So I'm going to get my paintbrush wet, get some pink. This is going to be kind of light pink, so lots of water on your brush. Good, just load up your brush. Okay, now I want you to watch me first. It's kind of like in the shape of a triangle, all right? And it's going to be messy, so not a lot of thought here. Do you see how I'm kind of like making marks, jaggedy marks, all in the shape of a big round triangle?
Did you mean circle?
No, I meant a triangle because look, it kind of is flat down here at the bottom, and then it kind of goes up to a point.
Because it kind of looks like a circle
Good.
if you like, think
Yeah,
of the
true.
sides.
Okay, go ahead and fill it in. All right, and right here, I'm going to do another little mark, and I want you to do it right here in that area, but don't connect it to the top of your flower already. Watch me. I'm just going to do a little bit like that. Okay? That gives the impression that there's a petal back there. Good. Okay. Now I am going to grab a clean brush, wash it off.
Okay.
And I'm going to grab my yellow, just a little bit. Get a little bit more than that. Good. And I'm just going to dab it kind of at the bottom where it's still wet. This is called wet on wet technique. Just like that. Perfect. Leave it. Yes.
Okay.
You don't want to overwork it. Now, while it's still wet, clean your brush again. Get thicker pink on there. Yours is kind of dry already, so I'm not sure if it'll work, but I'm just doing a couple drops right here. Okay? All right, I like how these are looking right now. They don't look like anything special, do they? But you got to trust the process and do all of the work first and then all of the details, and you'll love how it turns out. Okay, let's do some of the other flowers. So clean your brush, get some more pink. This is just kind of runny. You have lots of water on your brush. And we're going to do one up here in this corner.
Smaller or like?
Yeah, smaller. Kind of the same shape, just like a really rough triangle or half circle. That's good. I love it. Okay, grabbing more pink. We got to work quick because we need this to stay wet. I'm going to do it over here in this side. Same thing, half circle. Done. While it's wet, grab your yellow. Hurry and grab that yellow. And do it just right at the bottom base, okay, of both of them. Good. Get some more. Good. Okay, now I'm grabbing more pink and I'm just dropping thicker colors of pink in 2 spots. That's all. Okay, oh, that's good. Don't overwork it. Don't overwork it. Okay, right here, that's all the same color. So I want you to dry your brush off completely and then pick up some of the paint in some of the spots. Yep, just do a stroke and pick it up. Yeah. Good. Dry it off. Good. Do that same area again. Again. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Now it gives it variation in color. Okay, now we're going to do a couple more flowers, but they're going to be much smaller and they're going to be down here, okay? This one is just like a V, almost like a heart.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. I love it. Okay, now do another one. Okay, that's mine. Perfect. Okay, super simple. You don't want to overtouch. Okay, now these are good. I'm going to work on my green. So clean your brush off. Now, right here at the base of the flower is a little bit thicker and it's like an upside down triangle, okay? So grab your green. Kind of flares out like this. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like how yours kind of touched a little bit of the pink because it'll bleed a little bit in there and that's pretty. So don't mess with it anymore, just leave it. Good. Okay. Now the other 2 big flowers, we're going to do the same thing with smaller ones. Okay, perfect. Don't touch. Good. Okay, now we're going to do some stems. And the way you do a skinny stem is you don't put a lot of pressure on your brush. You just do a thin touch like that, okay? A light touch. Do you want to practice or you think you got it?
I'll do one.
Okay. And if you push hard, it's a thicker line. I'm going to do thinner lines, but you're welcome to do what you want.
So just do them on all of the flowers?
Yeah. And you don't need to worry about being straight lines because most flowers don't grow in a straight line. They're kind of crooked and they've got bumps. And they bend. Good, I like that. I like it a lot. Okay, should we work on the leaves?
Yeah.
Let's practice right here for a second. Grab some green and I'm going to move your palette. Okay, so let me show you the way to do a typical leaf like that. Is you're going really light pressure for a second and then you push really hard pressure and then you lift up to light pressure again. Do you see that perfect leaf shape?
Okay.
Go ahead and try it. Oh, yeah, girl, that was pretty. Okay, once you've got it, let's put it on paper. Okay, whoops, sorry, let me move your palette. Some of my leaves are going to be big and some are going to be small. Variation in a painting is really pretty and pleasing to the eye. So don't do them all the same color or the same size, I mean. Sometimes, look, I'm just going to do a little line that goes off. It like doesn't even look like a leaf, but you just kind of look at it, look at the space. Where does a leaf need to go where there's a lot of blank space? Okay, there you go. You know what to do. Some of my leaves are still wet, so I'm going to get a lot of green on my brush, and I'm just going to drop some color into some of the leaves, just the ones that are still wet. How's yours coming?
Good.
Oh, I like it. This one looks like a true carnation. You did a really good job on that one. Now I'm looking at my little flowers and they're all one color and I kind of want to add a little bit of variation. So I'm just going to I'm going to steal some of your pink because my pink's all gone. I'm going to get a lot of pink on my brush and I'm just going to go do like a little squiggly mark on the bottom. Not a lot. I'm not going to mess with it a lot. Just on each one. I think I'm done with this step and I need to let it dry. And then we're going to work on the detail work with our colored pencils. So you guys can step away and let it dry. You can get a blow dryer even and blow it dry. Or what we're going to do, we're going to fan it with a thick piece of paper. Come back when it's all dry and we'll do the detail work. Okay, mine's all dry. Yours is dry. We have colored pencils that are roughly the same color as our paintings. So what do you want to work on first, the pink or the green?
I'm going to work on the green.
Green? Okay, I'll do it too. So what we do is you can outline as much as you want to outline. You can do it all or just in some places. And you can do like little lines in the middle of the leaves. This just kind of accentuates some of the areas. See right here? Just like that. It kind of just makes it pop a little bit more. And before we move on, I'll show you a little bit the pink, how to do the petals. So there are lots of jaggedy petals in a carnation. There's kind of like rows. Let's say there's 3 rows in this flower right here. So I'm going to do some jaggedy marks that go down and then another one that goes down and there. And then the second row, jaggedy marks. You can't quite see it a lot, but it will add depth to your painting. Just like that. Oh, that looks good on yours.
Same spot, though.
Not in the same spot. You want to alternate.
Yeah, but it's kind of in the same spot.
Some of these top flowers. I'll do the same over here. Okay, now's the time where you step back and look at your painting. Is there anything that you want to change or you want to add?
No.
I love how yours turned out. And I love that it's different from how mine looks because that means it has our own style on there. Did you have fun painting this?
Yeah, it was really
good. Actually, they're not done yet. Do you know what we're missing? Our signatures.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, what do you want to use?
A pen.
A pen? Okay, here you go. I will do a pen too, and I'm going to do my first name, Amy. And you're doing?
Full name.
Full name, I love it. These are our birth flowers for January. They're darling. Thanks for painting with me, babe. And thanks for painting with us today. Bye.
Bye.